It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Phoenix Suns. Won by the Phoenix Suns. Paul to Booker. The drive right to the basket. To Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. For 3, his first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Durant with the basketball up top. Down 2. Here comes the screen. Booker to Durant. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Oh, he missed a short one there. Jaylen Brown tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul to Durant. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Trying to cash in. Not that time. He was hacked. They let it go. To Durant. Has a look. Kevin Durant missed his first. That one goes.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. 5 to shoot. Tatum. Short jumper misses.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them every possession.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Boston with the basketball. Take stock of the floor. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Robert Williams at the line. Nope. First one does not go. No good. Missed them both. Celtics come away with it. Count the basket at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Paul gets it in the right corner. To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Oh, he blocked it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Horford. Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Suns control the possession. To Paul. To the rim.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Horford.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Durant. To Booker. And look out.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
I got ball.
From long range. Rebound for Ayton. To Booker. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Isn't sticking to one player individually, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Horford. Around the perimeter. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
It's Phoenix ball. Paul. To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. And the rebound. rebound taken down by the Suns. To Paul. Passed it off. Kevin Durant, 2 of 4 now.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Marcus Smart. Fires the three. Another chance. Deep right corner. Drives, but a shot won't go down. Picked up by the Suns. Booker. To Paul. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Booker. Able to convert inside.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Griffin. To Brogdon. Fires the three. Tough shot. The former second-rounder Brogdon continues to amaze.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Durant. It's a turnover as they head the other way. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. To Griffin. Slam dunk. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Paul with it up top. Up 5. To Durant. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Celtics have it. To Brogdon. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court. It's Booker. Leads 5. Paul to Booker. Not that time. Griffin to Marcus Smart. Oh, nice find for the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Paul into the front court. Leads 3. Send it away. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Booker. Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Lets it fly from long range, and that's rebounded by the Suns. Now Paul with the basketball. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Look out, Devin Booker. 3 for 4. Good start.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Brogdon. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Suns with the basketball. Paul. Layup goes down. Well done.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. One of those games, every shot seems to be going down. Only one quarter in the books, Jay. Defensively, what needs to be tightened up?
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Brogdon. Phoenix has the ball. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Paul. Curling inside. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now 4 for 6.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
And he finishes at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Paul. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. New blood coming in for both sides. Bismarck Biyombo sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Add 2 points to the board.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Derek White, guarded by CP3. Brogdon. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. It's Suns ball. Paul. Jayson Tatum pins it. They've got it in the open floor. Paul across the timeline. His team leads it by 10. Jayson Tatum, huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Another follow, no good. The follow won't go either. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Here comes the screen. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he hits.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Booker with it. It's an 11-point game. To Durant. Driving right to the basket. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Tatum. Oh, that's how it's done.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Durant across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Booker to Durant. A fundamental shot right there.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Here comes the screen. Missed a wide open look. Blake Griffin defended by Kevin Durant. DeAndre Ayton knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face. To Booker. Deep left corner. Kevin Durant lets it go. Wide open look. Won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Over to the right side. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
To Griffin. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Suns get it back. Durant with the basketball up top. Up a dozen. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Derek White against KD. To Marcus Smart. Substitution being made in this one. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. So it stays with Phoenix. Count it. And the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Chris Paul at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Ball's controlled by Boston. The screen sets him up for two.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Paul into the front court. They lead it by 14. No, the Suns come up with the steal. To Paul. The drive right to the basket. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
To Jaylen Brown. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Celtics have it. Shot from the lane won't go. Into the front court, it's Booker. His guys holding the big lead. Off the mark. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Here comes the screen. Paul to Durant. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Booker and a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First one goes down. And he makes them both.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Boston with the basketball. He knows he needs his bench. Brad Stevens turns to his reserves. Paul to Durant. To Paul. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Jaylen Brown, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 65% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. Booker with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Paul. To Booker. Won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Celtics have it. To Horford. Surveys the floor. Horford can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul to Durant. Paul driving, but he can't connect. To Jaylen Brown. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Looking to make something happen. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
It goes down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Booker, active hands to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Time for some new personnel into the game. Durant. And a pass stolen by Boston. To Marcus Smart. And count the basket.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocked loose. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
To Booker. Great pass to set it up. Oh, emphatic slam. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. For 3, that won't go. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. Nice finish and more cash in the bank as we've hit the break. A very one-sided... Hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Suns will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets. for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of the situation.
Player of the half.
Ayton was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Brown into the front court. His guys down big. There it is, Al Horford. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Durant. Probing the defense. Durant to Paul. Al Horford with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
A big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Paul with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, 3rd quarter. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Paul to Booker. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Here's a chance from long range. Ah, smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Al Horford sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Paul into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Brown with it up top. He'll run the offense. Screen coming. Chance for Paul. He's looking for that touch.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
From long range. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Fires the three. Offensive rebound. There it is. Al Horford. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Here comes the screen. Kevin Durant rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Brown into the front court. 14-point deficit. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Jaylen Brown. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First try at the line. No good. Missed the second one as well. Goes to the left side. Booker to Paul. Curling inside to Durant. Down to 5 on the 24. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Boston with the basketball. Deep right corner. Driving right to the basket. Durant across the timeline. Up a dozen. Al Horford swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, you can't do that.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Paul to Booker. You've got to get that one to go. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Paul. Celtics come away with it. Cashes in for 2.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Booker with it. His team leads it by 10. Chance for Chris Paul. Add 2 points to the board.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Jaylen Brown. Has a chance. Shot by Brown off the mark. Into the front court. It's Booker. Lead is 12. Paul to Booker. Over to the right side. Fires the three. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Now Paul with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. To Durant. Nice pass to get things going.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Phoenix with it. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Runner here won't go. Paul across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Shot clock winding down. Here's CP3. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kicks it outside to Marcus Smart. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
To Paul. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. From the painted area, won't go down. Paul into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. And he knocks it down, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Paul. To Durant. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up, y'all.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Brogdon. Good look that time, but off the mark. Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Durant. Gets it in the right corner. Oh, had him going there for a second. Paul. To Durant. Gets it in the left corner. Celtics have it. Trying to cash in and strokes it. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Paul to Durant. Won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
There are certain guys in this league that were brought to teams to do things that normal players would never think about doing. We call them tone setters.
Tatum. Not going down here. Count it. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
It's Paul for two. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from long range. And the Suns secure the rebound. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Tatum. Tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Pulled in by Biyombo.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here we go. Match up.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Suns dominating so far. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting 5 has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
It was right there.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Paul. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Almost, and he's not getting the call. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Oh, he had it. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
DeAndre Ayton. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
DeAndre Ayton at the line. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Booker. The drive, right to the basket. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
DeAndre Ayton to Durant. Has a look. Draws the double and still hits.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Time to shuffle things up. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. So the Suns keep the possession. To Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a... We're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First try, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. He's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Devin Booker, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Brogdon.
Hey, watch this screen, man.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Durant. Paul for Durant down low. Ah, rocking the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. To Durant.
Ice, ice.
Has a chance. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The Suns with 4 to shoot. Can't connect. To Jaylen Brown. Deep 2 there, won't go. Booker. And finishes strong.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Brogdon. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And it's rejected.
That kid can block out the sun, right?
Knocked loose. Durant. Slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Ah, the monster stuff.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Brogdon. Kevin Durant snatching it out of the air.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Runner's good there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Shot from in close, no good. And stuffs it home.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Knocked loose. Brogdon throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. They'll get it down to Booker. Jaylen Brown with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Celtics come away with it. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
To Durant. Paul to Durant. I'm on the shot clock for Phoenix. Draws the double and still hits.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
4-3. Not that time. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys holding the big lead. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Not a total surprise. That's another. That's foul number 6. And done for the game.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. To Jaylen Brown. Down low for Griffin. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. To Durant. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. For three, knocks it down.
Just does everything so well, an all-around, very good player. Offensively, can knock down that shot, but better known for being a 3-and-D type wing who's a lockdown defender.
Oh, emphatic slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Tatum. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here's a chance from long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. And a putback slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
The jumper's off the mark. From long range, at long last, he missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it, make him think about it a little bit more.
It's the Suns with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns got themselves a win here today. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Assists.
The Phoenix Suns showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.